There's a new kid on the block. It's called Boxem, and it's a software that is a direct competitor to InventoryLab. In today's video, we are going to look at Boxem. We are going to look at what it is, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it, and we are going to compare it, of course, to InventoryLab to see if it's worth it or not to actually move to Boxem or to actually get the tool if you haven't been using it. If you do not know me, my name is Chrisman. I release daily videos right here on YouTube about selling on Amazon. So subscribe and like this video so you can get more of these videos and you can get them recommended and you can get everything that you need to reach your goals on Amazon for free. All right. So quickly. If you do not know InventoryLab, so we are going to compare the prices, right? If you do not know InventoryLab is a tool, and I've been talking to you guys about it for a long time. It's a tool that helps you list inventory on Amazon, right? If I'm being 100% honest, and this is what I've been telling to everybody, like if I'm being 100% honest, I hate InventoryLab because it's so expensive and it's not worth it. It's not worth it, but I'm still using it. Why? Because personally, I have no idea how to actually list inventory on Amazon without InventoryLab because I've been using InventoryLab since day one. And it's not really the only reason now because I do not really list my inventory myself anymore, but like my prep center actually lists my inventory through InventoryLab, and so they just have access to InventoryLab. They do not have access to my Amazon account, right? Because I'm just a little bit paranoid with my Amazon accounts, and it's just an easy way, you know, they can get the shipping labels from InventoryLab and all that stuff. So it's just easier. It's just easier to run the business this way. They do not have to have access to my Amazon accounts and all that stuff. And I do not want my Amazon accounts to be mixed on the same IP, same address, all that stuff. And risk suspension, like I'd rather stay away from that, right? So this is why I've been using InventoryLab. But I've been telling people to people in my coaching, a lot of people that actually ask me about InventoryLab. I've been telling them, like, do not use InventoryLab. The only reason why I'm still using InventoryLab is because my prep center use InventoryLab. And even when I need to list stuff myself, even when I list stuff FBM, it's just easier for me to do it this way. I hate the Amazon workflow. I know that it was changed, I think 1 year ago, but I just hate it. Like, I have no idea how to use it. It's super slow. I think I used it once when I actually started selling on Amazon, and you guys know, I started with private labeling. I did not start with arbitrage, did not start with wholesale. I actually started with private labeling before moving to retail arbitrage and then online arbitrage, right? So I think I used it for my first shipment because I just did one shipment with private labeling and then I moved to retail arbitrage, right? So I really have no idea how to use it, and this is why I've been using InventoryLab, okay? The only thing is that InventoryLab used to be cheap. It's not anymore, right? It's, if you look at the monthly price is $69 a month, okay? So dev test plan, base plus insights. I have no idea what's the purpose of this thing. I think it's a little bit like sell board, but like at the end of the day, nobody cares about that. And we're not going to pay $25 more to get their dumb insights, right? We do not really care about that. So at the end of the day, InventoryLab is $69 a month. It's a little bit expensive, and the promise that, because I'm not going to lie, InventoryLab is a software that is good at what it is doing, okay? It's not a bad software. It's just that it's overpriced, okay? It's definitely not worth $69 a month, okay? $69.57 if you take the yearly plan, right? It's definitely not worth $50. It's software that I would happily pay $30. But like with everything with Amazon, most softwares are overpriced. They are not worth their money because there's not a lot of competition. And like, I'm actually happy that Boxem is actually coming in the marketplace and actually trying to disrupt this thing because, like, you know, and we need to see that for a lot more softwares, okay? So, which is pretty much the reason why we have Arbitrage Stalker, the reason why I created Arbitrage Stalker, by the way. If you do not know it, there's a ton of videos. Just type Arbitrage Stalker, Chrisman on the YouTube search bar, and you're gonna find it. So, when it comes to the pricing, if you actually look at it, okay? If you look at the monthly price, the standard version of the tool is $45 a month, right? And we're not going to really use the tool. We're just really going to comment on the price because at the end of the day, it's the same thing as InventoryLab. They have a few more features, some features that actually makes a lot of sense, right? But at the end of the day, it's pretty much the same way. And they're going to create a ton of content on how to actually use the tool. So there's really no need for me to actually do it, right? But at the end of the day, if we actually look at the price, if you pay monthly, at the end of the day, you're not going to pay, you're not going, like, yes, it's going to be cheaper, but your price is just going to be locked for 1 year, but at least for 1 year, your price is going to be cheaper, right? The truth is that, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to switch to Boxem. The reason why is because I doubt that my prep center is going to be happy if I tell them, because if we're being 100% honest, my prep center is a small prep center, and I'm the only guy that they actually use InventoryLab to actually list inventory for, right? They refuse, because I send them a lot of people, and they actually refuse to use InventoryLab for other people. So I doubt that they are going, and I would love to actually use Boxem, but like I doubt that they will be happy. I don't want to piss them off, like, and switch the software and make them learn a new software. So that's the main reason. If not, if I'm being 100% honest, if not, I would have switched to Boxem. The only reason I'm not doing this is because of this. Here's the thing. If I had to trust somebody, okay, and this is the big thing. If I had to trust somebody with the software that I know is good, because at the end of the day, and I've said it, I hate InventoryLab, okay? Fuck InventoryLab. I'm still using them because of this, but fuck them. At the end of the day, fuck them. I don't like them, right? I'd rather trust these guys that are in the community, right? I'd rather trust these guys that are in the community to build the software and to maintain a software than trusting whoever is behind InventoryLab. It's 3 codes, whatever, okay? I'd rather trust these guys because if they want to survive in this space, they actually need to disrupt the industry, right? And I'm going to put quote unquote the industry, because they are the new kids in towns. They need to actually make sure that their tool is better than InventoryLab. And InventoryLab, it's a bigger company. They are going to move slowly, and so you know it is like they are in a place of complacency, and they are not going to do shit, right? So at the end of the day, if I had to put my trust into somebody, I would just get the annual plan with Boxem and work with that, because at the end of the day, if you get, and here's the big thing, Boxem, like if you want to get a big deal, a good deal, actually you need to take the annual plan, right? If you take the monthly plan, at the end of the day, like, because if you look at it, you're not going to take the standard plan, right? I mean, you could, because if I understood correctly, Boxem has some similar stuff to like, there's some stuff that is similar to Sutterboard, which is great. You got everything in one tool, right? The only thing is that I want 2D barcodes, and I think that if you really want one that is similar to the base plan on InventoryLab, and I may be wrong, and if my spheres of profit, if you want to actually comment on this, like I would remove this, I would remove my comment on this, but if you want to clarify, but like I believe that the real equivalent to the base plan is the professional plan on Boxem, right? So at the end of the day, if you take the monthly membership, you're going to pay pretty much the same price. You're just going to save $4, right? The real value is in the annual plan, and with the annual plan, you're paying $48 a month forever. And if you actually take this, like, you're actually saving like $9 a month, and the price is not going to be increased. So I guess this is the best value. If you really want to get something, I would say go ahead and get the annual plan, right? Because at the end of the day, I think like there's some stuff like the 2D barcodes is the thing that is really going to be missed from the standard plan, and so you need to get the professional plan if you want something that is similar to InventoryLab. So I would actually, here's the thing. As I said, I would have actually moved to Boxem if it was not for my prep center. Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna get pissed, and it's actually a good deal, and I'm actually mad that I'm missing on this deal. You know, I'm actually mad. But if you do not want to use the Amazon workflows, right? If you are comfortable with Amazon workflow, I have no idea how fast it is, but apparently since last year, since they changed everything, it's actually way faster, and like you are not wasting that much time compared to if you use InventoryLab. I have no idea, because as I said, I've never made one single shipment with the Amazon workflow, okay? I've done everything through InventoryLab ever since I actually started. But if you really want to get one tool, I would say get Boxem. Do not get InventoryLab. Fuck InventoryLab. Fuck these guys. Get Boxem, okay? Boxem is like, it's way cheaper. It's going to do everything that InventoryLab does and more, as long as you take the professional plan, and your price is going to be locked. While InventoryLab, I'm pretty sure that they are going to increase their price in 1 year or two. Again, it's going to be close to $80 next, right? $80 a month, which is actually crazy. which is actually crazy. And because of that, because InventoryLab, if you actually look at it, InventoryLab, let me actually look at it. So 1 year ago, InventoryLab was $49 a month if we trust this, this Reddit post, and like they did it for the first time in over 7 years. But like, if 7 years ago the software was $49 a month, it was actually overpriced 7 years ago. 7 years ago, you know. By the way, follow me on Twitter. It's popping up on your screen, right here on my social media, whatever. But yeah, so InventoryLab has always been overpriced. I mean, $49 a month was fine when I actually started selling on Amazon. Especially, here's the thing. Especially since, like, you know, the Amazon workflow to actually list was apparently super slow, and like this is why I actually started using InventoryLab immediately. But yeah, I'm going to see what I can do, if I can move, if it actually makes sense for me to move to Boxem. I think it does. It's just regarding my prep center. If I'm being honest, I may just buy it even if I'm not using it immediately, because I may not stay with my prep center forever, right? But I may buy Boxem even if I'm not. I'm going to think about it today, because the this offer ends actually today, right at 7 p.m. I may still buy it and not use it for a little bit until I actually start using it, because at the end of the day, we're going to save some money. We're going to save a ton of money, because I don't think I have the annual plan, which I should actually. You should get the annual plan for all your tools, because you actually save some money, right? And like, sometimes I'm a little bit cheap, and like at the end of the day, I'm actually losing more money, right? It doesn't make sense. But like, yeah, definitely, I think I should actually move to Boxem. I should actually take the annual plan. I'll figure it out by the end of today. And so yeah, because at the end of the day, if you wait for the launch offer to be done, you're gonna pay $7 more, which is not too bad actually. I mean, yeah, it's actually bad. It's $650 a year instead of $585, right? But like, yeah, at the end of the day, even if it's $55 a month, you are, yeah, at the end of the day, you are just saving $2.50. So I mean, is it worth it for me to move? I don't know if I wait, but like with the launch offer, it would actually be worth it. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you learned one thing or two, and my phone almost fell. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching, and subscribe. Do all that YouTube stuff. I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever.